Okay, everyone, back out here in the garage. We're going to hopefully try to finish up these panels, but we'll do as much as we can anyways. I showed you guys we had them. I went ahead and cut out the passenger side ones and bead rolled them. Same process. So we got some panels there. I'll show you one other thing I did. Again, exact same thing. So nothing crazy, but I made some here, these little fellas for the kick panel. So I'll show you guys here. We got some little backing plates for them that kind of go something like behind, something like that. We'll get that all plastered in there. So I think it'll look good. Again, those are the little kick panels. So today, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go over to my bench here. I got some stuff already dug out. I got my little rivet kit here. Yeah, so I got some tools. So these are what we're going to use. These are what I'm going to use to mostly for the looks. Like if you polish them up, kind of, especially after you hit them with the gun. She's got this fancy gun here with the contoured to match that. But anyways, that's how you smash. I call them smash rivets. I think what they call them is solid rivets or something. But anyways, so that's the plan. We're gonna go ahead and start assembling these panels, and still don't have the hardware to mount them. Yeah, that's okay. We'll at least be able to get them sat in there and see what they're going to look like. And when that stuff gets in, we'll go ahead and do that. And hopefully that chassis, that frame gets back here soon. We can start assembling this car and start to get it together. Because like I said, this is kind of the fun part, starting to see it come to an end. See it, starting to see it together for good. So I am going to go ahead and start putting these little panels together. I will start with the little kick plate one. I'll start with one of these. That way, we'll call it the guinea pig one because it's just a little chunk. That way, if I muck it up or whatever, it's not too bad. But we should be okay. It's pretty straightforward. Also, this one, the other ones get a little curve in them for the door, but this one will be dead straight. All right. So basically, what I do is I take my little tractor here. I said I had this for since I was a little kid. It's in this, I'll show you guys here, in this retro little box that's been kicking around for a lot of years as well. But anyways, I hang on to that fella. So I use this thing because it makes it quicker and easier to lay out the lines. So I just do that, kind of decide where I want. And basically, I want the holes to be 3/8 of an inch in, is what I've decided I kind of like. All I do is I set my little machine here to 3/8. Gotta put my cheaters on for these little fine measurements. There we go. So then I just use this, and I can follow around, and it leaves just a little teeny tiny pencil line. You just got to be careful in the corners to follow the corner, otherwise you end up with a skewed line. I got a line all around, and then what I do, I like to space them to 2 inches. Right there. Now I can just set on the line and mark on the line, and then I got my spot. And I can just keep step all around. Now, the only thing is, you're not sure, I don't know, maybe there's a better way to do it, but this is how I do it. When you get to the end, you might have one that's a little closer than the other, like it's not divided exactly even by 2 inches. So what I tend to try to do is I start in the place that you'll see the most, finish in the spot where you won't see the most, and then you can kind of start to split the difference a little bit, because this is just about appearance, right? So I've learned in the past that if it looks good to the eye, it is what it is, right? If the measurement's not quite exact, which they will be good, they'll be good 99% of it, just might be them last couple that are off just a smidge. But I've learned you never notice that, especially if it's in a hard to see spot, right? So anyways, that's the plan. And if I remember correctly, this guy goes like that. So this here is all the parts you'll see. This side up here, it'd be really hard to see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way around. So let me double check that little guy. 2 inches. Yeah, so I just get on the line and mark on the line. And then I already got my mark, just move to that, and so on. And I'll just work my way all the way around. So now I kind of try to see where I'm going to end up. And in this case, I think we're going to be brutally close. So if he ends up there, oh heck yeah, we're going to be within a smidge anyway. So I'll show you guys. So I'll just shrink him just a little. And this one I'll just shrink a little. There. Now I'll take my little tiny hammer and my little tiny punch, and I'll just go ahead and make a little teeny mark so that when I drill them, my drill bit has a less tendency to wander. There. Now you can kind of see how it's starting to look. This one kind of looks like a skewed heart, like a deformed heart, like maybe the heart of a monster. So I just pre-drill with the tiny drill bit, and then because these are 3/16, and then what I'm going to do is pre-drill with this tiny guy, and then I'm going to use my step bit. This one's got kind of a thick end, and it doesn't start very good. So if I start it with a nice little tight little pointy one, then we're good. So that's the plan. So this one's 19 holes, and this is a little piece. And I have to drill the holes in here, and I got to drill the holes in this as well. So I'm going to be drilling a lot of holes. All right. So that's the first round. Now I'll take my little step bit, and I know now, where's that numbers? Yeah, there we go. I think it's the third one is the 3/16, but we'll just we'll make sure. So there's 1, 2, 3, and we'll see if that is right. I think it is definitely right, but it's just a little snug. Yeah, see, that's the one I want. What I like about the step bits, obviously they're gentler when they cut as well, but also too with this, when you hit the third bump in this case, the fourth one kind of cleans the edges. But I'll go back after on the other side and just clean them edges as well. So all right, now they're all the right size. And once you clean these up too, well, the main reason is so it closes that space between these, but also too, I find the rivets themselves, they go through nicer once they're cleaned up. Anyways, that's that. We'll just see what kind of looks good. I did leave plenty. I don't know if you guys can see that. I did go ahead and leave plenty. It doesn't matter. I think I did measure for an inch, but so I kind of got an inch all the way around. So lots to work with. I like it. I'm going to try to just follow the X's where they meet, just till they look symmetrical. And the rest will do what it does. 3/16 bit now. So it acts like a transfer because it fits the hole kind of good, right? So I'll go ahead and put that one like that. And I will... So there, got that fella started. So I'm going to go ahead and drill him through. All right, so I got my regular blind rivets. So then what I'll do is, oh yeah, so I went ahead and got my other drill so I don't have to keep changing bits. But I'll set this guy on here. And the only thing right now is to try and not scratch up the back piece too much. And I think I'll put one right here because it's easy to get at. There. Now, what I'll do is, I'll drill that fella. So then I take my blind rivets, and then I just rivet it temporarily with this gun. also up here. And I'll see how this is flexing, but I might do one more. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do one more. Just so it's, you know, super held. I went ahead and used my bit. I drilled the old rivets out, and then I went ahead and cleaned this all up. So there's no crumbs on there, no burrs, no nothing. I find it helps the pieces get squished together nicer and helps these little copper rivets to go in nicer as well, just to do it. Then what I did is I took my little piece here. It's just to do the two. So just to do the two to hold it together, because I'll move over to my anvil where it's nice and flat. This is kind of rounded, but you need a nice solid piece for the back, right? Because I'll show you guys, but it hits them from the front, right? It hits them from the front, and it just, as you go against something, it just mashes the back. These ones, I'm going to hit a little more. You got to be careful because it will smash them right through the metal. It'll you know, pretty effortlessly. So, but the anvil will be nice because it's a nice flat surface. This is not hard enough. This little metal top on this bench here, but and then I think what I mentioned too is the other thing is I've done it before. They call them smiley faces. So when you're doing it, you got to keep your gun super straight. That's why if this is a little on round, it's hard here. But on this side, I use this lots if I'm riveting where it's on something. You got to hold this behind and you can rivet it. It works well. But yeah, if your gun gets off to the side and touches the aluminum, it only takes one touch, but then leaves a little half round. I probably got some on something else here I could show you. But anyways, leaves a little half round, looks like a smiley face. So got to avoid doing that as well. But we'll get rigged up over there, a little assembly line action, and get this smashed in. We'll show you what it looks like. And then I got about 300 more to do. So I could take a handy rivet, and this is what makes it easier here, is get that baby in, and it kind of just holds it. And then you just give her the business. And you can see, give it a little more, but get that baby nice and flat. You don't want to dent it too much. But there you go. I'll hit these other two just a little bit, but we just keep going round and round, and just no smiley faces. Generally people like a smiley face, but not when you're doing smashy rivets. They don't. No one likes a smiley face when you're doing smashy rivets. All right, there you go, folks. It's about that. So what I think I'm going to do, my plan was anyways, I might have mentioned it before, and then sometimes it kind of pulls a little and stuff, but I mean, that's okay, because sometimes it works to your favor. You know, if, like I said, on those doors, they're going to be a little contoured, so it'll work out. But if not, I mean, it's metal, man. You can bend it. You can do whatever you want with it, right? So, and then the plan is, I think, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off the center, and I'm just going to lightly Scotch-Brite the outside to give it a smidge more of a satin finish, and then you'll see what it does. Well, first of all, it gives it different depths and contours, I think, but crossing them rivets and stuff too, it leaves a little shiny around them. I don't know, I like how it looks, so I'll, like I said, I think that's going to be the plan, to give it just a little different look. So anyways, there you have it. There's one kick panel ready to... I think that's the driver's side one, ready to rock. That'll look nice down by your feet, right? So, anyways, yeah, let's get rigged up and do, like I said, about 200 more, maybe more. I don't know, 300 maybe, but let's get after it. Okay, so I went ahead and whipped up a back door panel one. You can see there. And remember I mentioned kind of the contour. So the back door does have a bit of, so that one's gonna work out perfect. I don't have to probably don't even have to muck with that one. So, and then what did I say? So this had 19, this had 31, I counted. So what does that make? That makes 50. And then I am in the midst of laying out one of the big ones right here. So I went ahead and center punched them. I did count this. This has 41. So that makes 91 of those rivets just for the inserts. So that's the kick panel, the back door, and the front door inserts. There is going to be a few more rivets connecting the top and the bottom piece, but that's 91 per side, 182, just 182 copper rivets just for the inserts. So I'm not sure. Actually, I might have to, I bet you, I don't know. What do you think, Sigs? Yeah, there's a couple hundred in there still, I think. Okay, well, hopefully I have enough. Hopefully I have enough to do this. But anyways, so I did, like I said, I got that one kind of laid out. I got lots of drilling to do on that one. So let's get to work on that. And yeah, and we're making progress anyway. Okay, everyone, I got that big one done, and so there we go. That's kind of what it looked like, a little kick panel down here, and then you got these babies looking good. I'm happy how they're looking. Like I said, I got to clean up these edges a bit and stuff once I go to permanently mount it in the car, because then I can contour it to match the car perfectly. These top pieces, keep in mind, they're going to look better once they're little satin, and they'll have the door handles and the window cranks and stuff. And these will be attached. The plan is to attach them across here with more of these fellas. So, like I said, really happy how it's turning out. I think it's going to look really tough. I like it, so that's what I do. But that's all I got for tonight. I got the other pieces prepped and stuff, so we're ready to rock. And I think I will have enough of those rivets to get this done. I'll need more for the future, of course, because I'll be doing some on this cab over. I'll need some more for finish the interior on that and stuff. And I'll be back out here after work, hopefully getting those other ones done, and I'll set them up in the car. I don't think I'll have the hardware to install them. So basically there'll be some hardware around, not so much the bottom, but around the edges, some nice antique looking stuff to mount the stuff. So it'll kind of add to that as well. So, but again, I don't have them yet. I think the Amazon, they're just not in yet. So, but at the very least, we'll be able to get them set in there and see how it looks. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, everyone, back on the garage here, trying to get these panels whipped up to where I can kind of get them in the vehicle and take a look at them. So now what I got to do is I got to attach them, and that's what I'm doing here. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and rivet the top piece to the bottom piece, and then what I'll have to do is just fine tune the edges with all one piece. Well, that's what I have to do. That's what I'm going to do. So. And then all I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go ahead and I'll, for this one, because the last one I did 3/8, but I'm just going to measure the space here, and I'm just going to split that. And I'll still do the 2-inch spacing with the rivets and make it work, but some of this will have the mounting hardware as well. I already kind of looked at this end, we'll get the mounting hardware. But anyways, I'm going to split that difference so that the rivets go down the center of that piece. That's the plan anyway. So we'll measure this up, and we'll, I don't know, we're going to have enough, I think, but just barely. We're running low, but we'll have enough to do this, I think. So let's get this. I'll start with this one here because that's what I have, and that's one I kind of set in the car just to look at. But that's what I'll start with. So like I said, we'll just measure. I did 1 inch is what I did for the outer ring, but it doesn't work out to 1 inch the way you got this little taper here. So it actually works out to 1 inch to the top. So just got to figure out what this is. So yeah, we got about 7/8. I'm going to go with 7/16. Yeah, 7/16 is what I'm going to go with to mark for the center, and we'll go with that. Get my handy little fella here again, and we'll get her dialed in. Happy with that. So I'm going to make this video, and it's going to be, I don't know, you guys probably understand just by watching and stuff, but these take a long time. They take a long time to make. But sure been happy with the results so far, so it's all good. Not sure if I like how that looks. I'm going to shrink that down just a snickerdoodle. Just one little smidge. Okay. I'm going to be happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, now that I think about it, now that my compass is set, I'm going to go ahead and, or my tool, I'm going to go ahead and grab the other 3 of these, and I'm just going to mark them quick so I don't have to change that thing again. I'll just change it once, and I'll go to the 2-inch, and we should be good. Okay, I didn't show you guys because it's boring, but I did go ahead and mark them all. Now this one, when I set it in the car, like I said, there's going to be some different style hardware to mount it, and the way the car ends up on this end of it, there's going to be some of that hardware because there's nice material behind. This end's kind of hovering over the hinge. There'll be hardware here and here, maybe something like that, but this portion will be the rivet. So I just need to know that this one I start with the hardware. So I'll start my 2-inch rivet from there. And the hardware will complement, the hardware that I'm going to mount it with will complement the rivets. Trust me, it's kind of the similar type stuff. So it'll complement those rivets and not look too out of place, hopefully. I'm going to set my machine up to 2 inches here. Yeah, this is going to work out good. And then this one I'll just get, yeah, this is going to work out. Look at that. That worked out perfect to get that space. Okay, right on. Happy with that. I'll go ahead and give these all a little center punch, and same process. I'll pre-drill them all, and then I'll drill through the second piece, set it up how I like it, and then we'll start smashing these rivets in. All right. There we go. I'm a big believer in that when it doesn't matter, if it's something that's real important, obviously, but stuff like this, if it looks good, then it's good. And to be honest, a lot of times I have kind of I measured, but a lot of times I've kind of eyeballed stuff, like more often than not, and I just get it to where I like how it looks. And then when I measure, it's so brutal close anyways. But anyways, like I said, just if it looks good and it doesn't really matter, like structurally or drivability or whatever the case may be, more often than not, it is just fine. Right there. That's the idea. And then we'll get another batch of rivets across there. 13 more rivets. Probably 13 more rivets for the back ones, and then the front ones are probably 15 more rivets because it's a little longer. But yeah, so hopefully we have enough. We're getting there. We're probably going to use every single one of them. We'll see. But doesn't matter because it's looking awesome. So we'll go ahead and get this baby mounted up. Okay, so also I should mention that I was using the blind rivets and my rivet gun, and then I started getting kind of cocky and started using just these, going straight to them. Also, I because I ran out of the other rivets. So I've been doing that, and it's been working actually okay. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go with it. So I'm gonna keep doing for a bit here, see what happens. Well, I say that, but now look at me. Now look at me struggle. It's enough to hold it. All right, there we go. There's no turning back now anyway, so I think I'm gonna look good. I think it'll look real good. I never really thought either. It just worked out. Ooh, I'll have to pay attention on the next one. But it just works out that these are real lined up. I mean, because I didn't really measure across. I just went the 2-inch spacings. But, you know, I don't think it would look bad if they didn't anyways, because, you know, how they just wander off anyway. So, but, all right. So now a guy can go ahead and drill the rest of these out. And we'll have a panel to test fit. Okay, everyone. You can see we got this one here. I got that baby. Stand her up nice. Put together. So that's that. I went ahead and set this one in, and I went ahead and just set the door handles on and the window crank as well, so we can kind of get an idea what it looks like. But anyways, the back door, the first one I did here. So that's the idea. That's the general idea for that door. I like it. I think it looks real good. Keep in mind, again, I keep asking you guys to use your imagination. This will be a little more satiny, and I will have some hardware down the sides and around here. It'll be some nice stuff. So don't worry, it'll look good. But yeah, happy with it. Happy how this is turning out. I am gonna go ahead and start on this door. I got the piece up here. I'm laying out already. Like I said, I already marked that. So now I got to go do the 2 inches across and get ready to rivet that baby together. So let me get to work on this one, and I'll show you guys it once I kind of get it mounted into and kind of see that side, how it's going to look. I did have a buddy stop by, so that distracted me for a little while there. We talked about some stuff and whatnot, and he did drop off some stuff for a sweet little truck that he's got that I'm going to probably start doing here shortly. Just to it's not nothing crazy. Nothing's going to take away from my Pontiac project here, because I got to keep the ball rolling on that baby, of course. But yeah, just a couple little upgrades on a nice little Chevy he's got there. So dropped off some parts, and we'll get after that here soon too. But anyways, let me show you guys. I went ahead and set that second panel on right there. It'll concave a little bit once I do the hardware, but I'm really happy how they're turning out. So you got that fella there. Yeah, I'm gonna get you both in the shot. Super happy. I like them. They got that real rat rod mechanical feel to them. Yeah, I'm happy with them. They will take a little bit more massaging and cleaning, and then you can see here, I can show you on this side, so the center, that it's actually pretty cool the way they do it. There's some fiber jammed in here real tight, and it's real kind of hard fiber. And then all they did for the strips and stuff is they just ran the screws right into there. Even these doors, you can see these grooves. All it was to hold the panels on, it was literally nails just jammed in those grooves, and that's all the panels on. Because I'm going to end up making something nice that fits kind of, you can see the interior light switch there and stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to make some nice stuff to go over around that, make it look a little tidier too. That's the plan. So that will get filled up as well, and kind of, kind of hopefully match the theme. I got them pieces all riveted together. It's looking pretty good. Hopefully next time I work on this car, I'll have the hardware to mount them, and I can show you guys, but I'll move on to other stuff too. So I only want to watch so many episodes of building door panels. Unfortunately, it takes a long time. So I want to show you guys one other thing I whipped up quick. So I did go ahead and throw my steering column back in, but here's what I went and made quick. So I went ahead and made this little fella. So essentially, that's going to slip on over there. Just like a collar to finish up that so it looks nice. It actually looks pretty nice anyways, I think. But this will just add another little element to that look. So yeah, so once I get that firewall painted up, then we can throw that on, and that'll really start to make that look good. And hopefully, it's my understanding the chassis almost should be done soon too. So hopefully that back also, and then we can set this body on and get this thing rolling around. Then, you know, really it's not that bad. I mean, there's going to be some wiring. It's going to take a little time. We have to clean this body up and make it look good. Have to get that engine in and running. But that kind of stuff won't take too long. That's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And hopefully I can just keep on trucking with these projects and stuff because I want to get this car done. And I really want to get to work on this cab over, because I've been itching to do it for a long time. Just things have come up and I haven't gotten to it, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be real tough. So looking forward to that. So anyways, see you guys next time.